also putting in the current price, right? Actually, what is being charged, what the owner's charging. And then on top of that, you're doing your competition's price. The next step that you want to do after putting in your info tab, just so everybody knows, this is your first step. All right. The second step is really just filling out your unit mix. All right. I didn't make this bigger, but we'll make this bigger. But so your unit mix is where you're going to come in and you're going to put every single size of like, outdoor, indoor, whatever it is, parking, blah, 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 whatever you have, you put those all in here and you add this up. You don't put any square footage in for parking because remember it screws up the square footage, but you can put in your parking here so you can keep track of it, right? You don't really go by square feet on your parking, right? Parking is per lane is what it is. Okay, so you can see these are the number of units I have. This is the total square footage, right? So it should, this number, my bad. So this number here, the 12,860, should match up to what's on your info tab. So it should add up to your info tab. Okay, is that number here? Is it, when you add up all this square footage on your info tab, it's the same number. Okay, so that's like you're doing like checks and balances. And then you're also putting in the current price, right? Actually, what is being charged, what the owner's charging. And then on top of that, you're doing your competition's price, right? Here's the competition. And that comes from this tab right here. Okay, so here's all the competition. We scroll over a little bit so you can see what it looks like. This is so you put the competition in, you put the address, you put the Google, has it been claimed by Google? Look at how many of these facilities have not been claimed by Google. Isn't that interesting? And then these are on the Google business listing. So obviously we know that we need to be contacting these owners as well too, because they're not on Google business, but they are within like 8 miles. So you can see he went out to 8 miles just to see what it looks like. What is our competition? Is it gated? Does it have an office? What's the total square footage? You see how we're filling all the information out about our competition and doing a deep dive into what our competition looks like. Okay. And then you can see here that these are the unit mixes. So these unit sizes come directly from this. So once you add them into this sheet here, it gets put into this right here. Okay, so that's what you're doing is you're really filling this out. So it's automatically done. You have to do it manually. Your price and everything. And then you can go in and you start calling the competition, checking their websites, whatever you need to do to see what they're charging. And then you can compare your price to what everybody else is charging. Okay, so for instance, like a 10 by 10, we're at 101, and everybody else is anywhere from, not 85 to $100. You can see on average, a 10 by 10 is $95.50. Okay, so it's giving you the average per unit based off of all the competition and then the average price per square foot. Okay, and so you can see that now, obviously, there were no 10 by 12s in the area, but we have 10 by 12s. Okay, there's 10 by 15s, 10 by 20s. There's only a 120 10 by 20 that we could get a hold of. There might be others, but this is all, and they're charging $250, and we're also charging $250. Okay, 10 by 20s, and then 10 by 30s, and then this is the house, the $400 for the house. And then these are some other sizes and stuff. But you can see now overall, we have the average price per unit, the average price per square foot, which gets generated right onto this column right here. So we don't put any of this information in, but you can override it if you wanted to say, oh no, I want to charge more or less. That's what the yellows are for. It's just to let you know that you could always override something if you want to. And then this is the after updates. If you wanted to add more units, if you say, hey, yeah, I'm going to get in my 2,000 square feet, 10 by 10s, I'm going to charge $150 a month. You could come in and change that number and put 10, you could say like, I'm going to do 10 of these and charge, $100 a month, not, $95. What is that going to do? And you could go and you could change the number. You could change whatever you need to do. So you could look at your numbers that way as well. All right. Oops, I just clicked on this. And then this is numbers currently filled. This is actually your like physical occupancy, and your like I guess economic occupancy. What are they actually, how many units are actually filled and what are they making money off?
Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.